Alright boys, I'm gonna show you guys my blox racing FMU. So, see what it look like. Okay. This is the vacuum port. This is your inlet, your outlet, full of fuel. So, like I was saying, this is the blox racing FMU. Is designed for use on fuel-injected forced induction vehicles using the OEM electronic engine management system with any forced induction application. Additional fuel is required for the engine to operate properly and make maximum power. The blox racing FMU will increase the engine fuel pressure, and the pressure in the intake manifold increases. There's the information on it, 12 to 1, of course. And this is official blox racing, so information is right there. And that's what we're gonna use today. So I'm gonna get some fuel lines and some vacuum, and we're gonna get doing this installation today. Let's get it. All right, before we get started, I have to buy about a foot and a half of fuel line, and probably about 3 feet on the safe line for vacuum line for the blox racing FMU. So we're gonna stop here at the local Ace Hardware real quick and just grab that. Got my vacuum line cut, and I got the line for the return, so that should be good. Need some clamps. We out. All right, we got everything we needed. Got the vacuum line, I got a T, I got the fuel line, and I got several style clamps for the vacuum lines, so we can make it work. Let's get it. All right, so I ended up buying more things for no reason. I had this type of clamps that I was gonna use for this fuel line. Alright, but they're not smaller enough. Chances are they're probably not gonna tie up good. So my boy over here, Carquest, been doing this for years. We've been doing it with V8, Mustangs, trucks. So he recommended me instead the R4 fuel, and it would be nice and snug. So that's what we want. So at the end, I spent a little extra. Those I might ever not use them. Save them for a rainy day, but we go with the right stuff. Let's get it. Alright, show you guys what we're looking like since the last time. I did my hood saw extension, cut in a teardrop shape. We also changed the top plate. Made it bigger, so we got better acid. You guys see the shape? Got the teardrop cut, so that way the flames is not within inside the hood. If not, they coming out of the hood. So that's what you want right there. That's something we did last time. Alright, so I got my blox racing FMU set up here. This is one of the vacuum lines that I'm gonna get routed. I got a teat fitting for it. Got my clamps, got my gas line. So we're gonna get to installing this real quick. Simple. I'm gonna use the return line. It's gonna go to the outlet, and from the inlet side, it's gonna get plugged right through the filter regulator itself. And the vacuum line, most likely we end up routing through here or up to the boost gauge. We'll see when we get the gas line hooked up real quick. Alright, for this setup, the bloxracing, we got the vacuum line ready long enough to wherever I need to route at the end, cut it short. I got my bracket installed. Now I got my outlet and my inlet line. So this bottom one is gonna go to this line right here, to the return. And trying to show you guys. Also the line connected to the fuel regulator. So this particular fitting over here goes to the vacuum regulator. Somebody just put in right here, which I think it looks pretty cool. Pretty nice spot. I won't interfere. I could run my vacuum line, the fuel line, perfect there, and run the new line to the fuel regulator, connect it to the FMU. It's gonna go to this one over here. I'm gonna put a clamp over. Sort of wanna cut a little bit so it's not a little more. Got a tighter fit, man. Pause. I'll proceed to tighten. Alright, that one is nice and tight. Pause. Close to the wall. Trying to see if it'll reach. One will loop over. It's a matter of just getting the vacuum line here, and yeah, get that stop. I'm gonna show you what we're looking like. We got the Blox FMU Racing management unit here. This space pause is not moving anywhere. This line goes right back over here, just like that or so. Does not interfere. This vacuum line we're gonna put afterwards. We already got it long enough to route it. Got the return at the bottom already hooked up, if you guys see. So now I'm gonna put the secondary line which goes to the fuel filter and stuff over here. I don't remove the old school one we're not gonna be using. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We undone it from the bottom over here because this line goes all connected, so literally we don't need a whole line. So this line, it goes to the fuel filter regulator and stuff. It's a simple installation. Fuel filter regulator to the side of the vacuum. The bottom, it goes to the return line itself to the fuel line, which is right down here now. And we got our vacuum. Let me show you what we're working with. So I'm replacing most of this like vacuum lines. I got my teeth already set for the line that's coming for the FMU. This line also goes to my blow-off valve. So I'm gonna get to install this real quick, and we'll proceed with this last line that goes to the fuel pressure regulator. I like the fitment on these new hoses, so I'm gonna go with the OEM ones. I'm just showing you guys the order that I'm doing the T. Alright, so this is how it's going. We got the fuel pressure regulator. We got one T. The splits down to the blow-off valve, then returns to the intake in another T here, so it'll go straight, and then it comes right to the side to the FMU. So that's already set. The last line we got for the fuel pressure regulator here, which I just have to put a clamp, tie it up, and this is set up for the FMU setup. Pretty neat. Alright, boys. The line from the fuel pressure regulator is tied up already. Going down to the side of the FMU. The straight line is going to the return itself, and the vacuum line is T right into the fuel pressure regulator along with the blow-off valve. So this is pretty much gonna help at the end the car not run lean. If anything, it's gonna run on the rich side, which that's great. You want more fuel. Those are for cars that are using stock ECUs and a stock injector, like in my case. I believe we should be good to like auto weight 10 pounds, which I'm not at 10 pounds. Might be 5, maybe 5, 7 pounds at the moment. So, which that's great. Until we get the car tuned in the future, the car could move on its own power, it could function well. And those are precautions that we did. We took care of the car, of the boost lag. We got a boost controller. We're gonna take care of that. A boost creep. And for the boost itself not to be lean, so that's why we got the FMU management system. That's gonna take care of the whole injectors with everything. So I'm gonna pump. Just gonna give it a go. Turn it on. Let it warm up on its own, and finalize with today's video. Let's get it. We got it connected. FMU is working. Going down to the return. The fuel pressure regulator. Vacuum T to the manifold intake, along with the blow-off valve. Gonna let it warm up and do its own work. How it sounds, the new teardrop style. Right, so we have no gas leaks, thank God. Everything is nice and tight, from the fuel pressure regulator to the return line. New FMU place, so it's gonna do its job. Shout out to Josh, he recommended this to IG. Thank you, brother. And a few other people that put me on into the blox FMU management system. I also follow Brother Boost on YouTube, so I watch his videos, and he used it for a long time until he got the cartoon. Here for now, so it's not smoke in the air. I will be getting a catch can soon to install, and in the future I'm getting a fuel pressure regulator. At the moment I'm set. That was the final part that I needed. All right, but we're gonna wrap this up. Bloxracing FMU management system is installed. You guys seen how we did the process. This line disregard. This is a 10 mil. We can move it from one side to another one. The line that was connected is what we worked on, that we rerouted it today to the FMU and the fuel pressure regulator. So along with the vacuum to the intake manifold to the blow valve. But stoked to drive it pretty soon. Alright, stay tuned. I order a new alternator soon. I hear the difference from the car breaking down. Keep in mind my alternator's bad, so it's drawing the energy out of my battery. As I turn on the fan, this direct plug on, literally, so it don't warm up. It drains more energy. So stay tuned with the next couple videos. We're gonna do the alternator replacement. We're getting rid of that one, put a new one. The last thing that I gotta do is just a wheel repair, a wheel bearing repair on this side and the driver's side front. Taking it to the shop to get done. That's it. The car is ready to get driven and ready to test out. I'm stoked, boys. With that being said, more thanks and I appreciate every single one that has subscribed, like, and comment. Thank you for your support. Stay tuned. Giving support like always. Till next time.
Peace.